Hey everybody, it's RCK and I'm glad to have you back here again for another mod overview we currently have going on. Now this is also a mod created by Sturm. This is actually a mod nation he's built. You would probably know him previously by his vanilla overhaul mod for all the, or vanilla sprite overhaul mod that I've shown on this channel before. People probably has also even played that mod. It's a very, very beautiful mod to play. It really changes things up a lot. And if you haven't checked out, please go check out that video. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started here on this nation. It's called Niblungheim. Niblungheim. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I do try my best. Niblungheim is a land of shadows, windswept with moors and silent mountains. Here lies, oh lord, Janaperhill? I'm not really sure. The cave where the dead pass on the way to the underworld. Cool. The inhabitants are called Niblung. Each and every one is a renowned craftsman and of Dwarven statue. So this is kind of a Dwarven nation in a way, or a mix with Dwarven nation. I really do like this orange flag here. Um, Favorite color is orange, I suppose. I do have a lot of orange things. I have a nice orange Jeep Wrangler. Um, and I like the skull and cross axes here on top of the. I think that the stonework and the skull here is a Garthen, and then the axes are added, and that's just a different color. So that's very, very nice. Let's see. Their sinister nature and insatiable greed has transformed the oldest dwarfs into a great serpentine abominations. Interesting. And even the weakest of them can take shapes into great worms should their lives or hordes be threatened. Wow, okay. So we do have some shapeshifters, it would seem. The mightiest of them are the Kunagaz sorcerer kings, who have accumulated vast treasures in the halls below Ginapir Hell. So I assume that's our capital's name. They're or probably a site actually. Let's see if it's a site. Yes, it is a site. Is a site that we have, and they yet refuse to serve in the awakening God. A truly enormous bribe may be required to seduce them into servitude. So I was mentioned about this, or he mentioned this to me, that there is a 3,000 gold bribe that you actually have to pay to unlock more to your nation. I think that is very, very interesting, and a very interesting way for a mod to kind of step out of the vanilla game and kind of add things that aren't in. So I think that is really cool. Stories of their riches have spread far. The adventurers from faraway Jotunheim and Vanheim often arrive to steal their treasures, assisted by lesser Niblungs who have grown envious of their betters' riches. Very interesting here. Race dwarves with the ability to shapeshift Jotuns and humans. So this is a mixture of Jotuns and dwarves. So very interesting combination here, and we do have that human aspect in as well. Heavy infantry with throwing weapons, archers, and arbalists. Ooh, arbalists look like they're gonna be fun. Magic is fire, earth, water, death, nature, and some air. Higher paths on Kunagaz. Once 3,000 gold has been accumulated. So yes, that is a 3,000 gold bribe that we have to pay. Priests are weak. Buildings, advanced forts. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at our magic sites we have here. 2 death, 2 earth, 1 fire, and we can enter to hunt for treasures and fame. Very interesting. I really wonder. We'll have to play some turns to see what we get from that. And then this is the site that's not available at the moment, but once we do bribe, this is the site we'll get. So automatically it gives us 100 gold per turn. We still have the hunt treasures. We have the same amount of gems, but we have unlocked a few, 2 units here that we didn't see on the other map. The Gunna guys. Now these are Fire 2, Earth 2, Death 2s, with a chance of going Death 3, Earth 3, Fire 3, or having air random. Very interesting. They're also shape changers, dragon masters. They also have a resource bonus. They're master smiths, so um, even though they might be a Death 2, they can forge items, Death 3 items. If they're Death 3, they can forge Death 4 items. So every one of these units are actually able to forge you a hammer if you decide to start making Dwarven hammers and things like that. So that is very, very interesting. I think the flame helmet is at 4 fire. So a fire of 3 would give you access to a fire booster. Very interesting here. Very, very interesting. Very nice. And we have Dragon Master. Commander receive a bonus when summoning dragon-like creatures with conjuration spells. Cool. 500 gold, rather expensive, but you are getting a 6-path mage with a holy 1, or a 7-path mage, and then a chance to be an 8-path with a 10% random there. So, I mean, they're going to be rather expensive mages. They are 2 turns to recruit, but, I mean, their stats are pretty good. This isn't just a 0 protection mage staying around. This is a 15 protection mage with 20 defense skill. You wouldn't want to thug these guys, but you know, if they went into combat, there's a good chance that they might be able to defend themselves. So they have a little bit more survivability on them. A very, very interesting unit we have here. And then we have the Horde Guard. Of course, they have they're like no dragons. They have their treasures, and I guess we have our sacreds who guard them. Horde Guard, 50 gold, 30 recruitment points. Rather expensive for a size 1 unit here. But they do have an enchanted glaive that deals 29 damage here. Wow. Very, very hard hitting attack from the Horde Guard here. Pretty good skills too. 13 and 15 are very nice with protection of 18 being a size 1 unit. If they weren't so expensive, I'd say these guys would be very, very nice. I don't know how many you want, maybe small groups just to have a very heavy hitting troop, but you do have kind of giants as well. So, but seeing this, I mean, I don't know what your sacreds are yet, but you might not have to take magic weapons on a bless, just in case for certain things, because these guys do come with magic weapons already. They have dark vision, snow move. Very, very interesting. Would like to see a little decrease on that cost. I wouldn't say, I don't know, 50 just seems like a lot for a size 1 12 hit point unit here. I don't know. I'd have to put more thought into that. What is the upkeep on 200 gold? Yeah, I figured they were really expensive. So you wouldn't be having a whole lot, but you definitely have a few. So let's go ahead and look at the units we have here. We have a Serf Warrior. Of course, the serfs are kind of like peasants in a way, or peasantry, I suppose. This is a passive in here. Often captured humans and raised. Yeah, they brought them home and used them as serfs in the household. Change merge, forced to fight. Excuse me. So, from the looks of it here, this is a very inexpensive unit that you're going to be wanting to use for chaff. Spear, a 13 with pierce damage is pretty decent. Only 3 weapon here, but attack skill of 9, spin skill of 12. More than likely from the shield they have protection of 6, but I mean this is just very cheap. 8 gold, 6 resources, 5 recruitment points. They're not going to be your main force in the army, but they're probably going to help you siege down forts, and they're going to use this chaff, I feel. Next, we have a Serf Archer here. 9 gold, 5 resources, 7 recruitment points with a short bow with 35 range on them. Makes me wonder, I mean, you could possibly go for enchantment 4 and hit flaming arrows. Now, since these guys are cheap, don't know how much you like that, but it is a possibility, something that you could have in your back pocket when playing this nation. But light infantry, light shortbow infantry. Next, we do have the Huskarl here. Now, of course, the Huskarl is no mere servant at this point. They have maybe about average skills here, but this is more of almost, I'd say, more of a mainline unit that we've seen so far, whereas the Serf Warrior was a chaff unit. I mean, protection 11's okay. I mean, it's on average, it's okay. I mean, I feel like they're decently priced. I feel like the resources and recruitment points are at a good price here. They do come with an iron cap, a shield, and a Bringmail Herberk. So, how Huberk. Pillager 1, so quite interesting, but 10 morale, 10 magical resistance, very average. Map move of 12, they're kind of on the slower side. And next we have the Huskarl. what was the damage on that spear actually? 13, and they do have a javelin, so that is actually very nice. They have 2 javelins to throw, so of course they will also benefit from the flaming arrows. Then next we have a Huskar unit here, 10, 12, and 9, so about the same, 10, same protection. It looks like they lost a defense from going from an spear to an axe, and I believe that is what happened there. Morale magic resistance both at 10, but the axe is dealing 18 slash, which is pretty good. As for a main line, I would probably go with the 18 damage dealing axe here with slash damage, because by the time, okay, you take away 20% of whatever armor they have, I mean, these guys are still only dealing 13, they're not that great, whereas this 18 damage from the axe is going to be able to go through majority of things. I mean, even with taking off 20% for this spear here, there's a good chance that you still won't be able, you still might only be dealing chip damage. Whereas with the axe, there's a higher chance, I mean, you're going a lot higher on the protection there. And then these units also come with a javelin, which is, I think is very, very nice here. So as far as main battle line, I like the Huskarl the most so far, and then as a chaff unit, either the archers or the serfs. And next we go into our dwarf units here, which I, of course, always really like the dwarf units. I kind of wish there was a more dwarf-focused nation, but I do like to see them sprinkled in. So, we have the Nibbling Warrior. Very interesting. I like all the writing here that we have for each of these units here. Definitely a lot of work and thought has gone into this. 28 gold, 9 resources, 20 recruitment points, 16 protection, so rather high protection, size 1 unit. So you're going to be able to fit 6 of these guys into a square. Strength of 12, attack skill 10, defense skill of 12. And these guys have hatchets, so only dealing 1 less damage than the Huskar unit, actually. And then they also have throwing axes, and they have 2 throwing axes, okay? Which will also benefit from flaming arrows. So a lot of your units either have throwing weapons or shooting weapons, so always keep that in mind. They do have dark vision. Now I wonder, as far as the cost wise goes for this unit, I wonder if dropping the gold and increasing the resource cost, because we do see a rather high protection on it, but the resource cost does not kind of go with that. But recruitment points of 20, I could see that, I guess, because the dwarves, I feel, are harder to come by, whereas the humans are much more numerous. I'm sure the giants will kind of have a high recruitment cost because there's just not many of them. So thematically, I think that works, but I feel like we need higher resources and maybe a little less gold. I wouldn't say much, but a little less and a little higher here. But otherwise, I do like the size 1 unit. I think a decent number of these, especially enough to fill squares, are going to be very, very nice. And of course, they can always fill in with your other units if needed. So keep that in mind. They always work well with other giants, 5 size giants, size 4 giants, fitting 2 more of these guys in a square, really helping out the giant itself with either attack density, helping out a little defense skill, so it's not taking as many hits. So that is very, very interesting here. I do like this dwarven unit. Next we have the Arbalest, and I feel like this Arbalest, as far as it goes, it reminds me of like Conquest of Elysium Arbalest, and I really, really just like their looks, and I really, really just like the sprite for this unit here. He's got a little Arbalest stand, a little dwarf. So 28 gold, same cost on gold cost, 8 resources and 20 recruitment points, and he still has 16 protection. I feel like the resource cost should be higher. Tough to say. Possibly lowering gold cost and higher resource the same way, and I'm fine with 20 recruitment because they probably are hard to come by. But a 50 range arborist here with armor piercing. Oh yeah, hold on. Yes, these do have armor piercing, and then they also do pierce damage and have a 16 damage. These guys are very, very nice here, and they also have dark vision. So they probably, I mean, yeah, darkness is going to hurt them a little bit to fight him, but it's not going to be as bad as it would be for other units, of course. 1.4 siege strength. Yeah, lower that gold a little bit, increase the resources. Very, very nice unit. I really like the look of this unit here. Next, we have two giant units here. We have Jotun Spearman and Jotun Axeman. We have a 30 gold, 33 resource, 17 recruitment. They do have 17 protection, susceptible to shock, but they are cold resistance 15. They also have pillager 2. They have a 24 damage spear unit that has pierce damage. These are going to be going through some heavy protection. This is what you want right here. And then they have a javelin unit, 2 javelins here with a 21 range. Well, really good, and they deal a lot of damage here as well. So these are some very, very strong units we have here. I feel like they're priced decently enough. Stats, they look good. 4.4 siege strength. They are giants. Average attack skill, but defense skill looks good. Protection looks good. Glad they have a little bit higher morale and protection. Maybe they'll stay in a fight longer. And they are size 4, so you're not able to fit two of these guys in a square, but you're able to fit one of these and 2 dwarfs in a square, or one of these and a human Huskarl in a square, or Chaff, Serfs, whichever you decide to do. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't just go full Jotun Spearman. I would be mixing them up like that to really fill in their squares. Of course, there's a lot of writing here. If you want to pause and read, go on ahead. I've done a little bit of reading before, but not too much, so very, very nice. And now we have our Jotun Axeman. I really, really like this sprite here, how he has his axe just on his shoulder. I just feel like he's very nonchalant about this battle because he is a giant. But a 29 damage axe, and then he has a throwing axe versus a javelin, which I like that too. And is dealing 26 damage, range of 21, 2 ammunition. As far as the stats go, very, very similar to our Spearman unit. And actually, the Axeman costs 2 or 3 more resources. So, very, very nice units here. Very, very similar, just in their different weapon loadouts, I suppose. So, keep that in mind. Had to look around for my water. Just spilled some on me. Good job. So, let's go ahead and look at the commanders that we're going to have for this nation. Of course, we've already gone over 1 unit and 1 commander from the site. But we do have a scout here, so that is very good. It's always good to have a recruitable scout, so you're not dependent on actually finding one in provinces and indie provinces. And of course, this is just an indie scout. Very average, but also really good to always have one. Next, we have a hearse here. 60 gold, 22 resources, 1 recruitment, and it looks like we do have sailing, so keep that in mind, guys. Sailing is a pretty powerful ability if your neighbors don't know that you have it. Great for raiding. It really catches people off guard sometimes, so use it. Do not forget that you have it. 60 leadership, very average, just a very hopefully you have a stronger leadership commander. I'm being in the paths of earth and fire. You're able to make a lot of leadership style units or inspirational equipment here to put on him if you don't have a better leadership unit. So you could definitely work around that. Next we have a gold. I think it's gold. 45 gold, 5 resources, 1 recruitment. That's just a Holy One priest. At least having a Holy One priest or recruitable priest, a very cheap one, and that is also good. Very low upkeep here. So yeah, always good to at least have a priest that you can make. Next we have a Jotun Adventurer. This is also a Holy One priest. 155 gold, 35 resources, 2 recruitment points. So kind of close to the Jotun Axeman, Jotun Spearman that we have. But we do have 2 randoms here. We have a water random on 100, or water nature random on 100%, and then another water random or nature random on 100%. So you can either be getting nature 2s, water 2s, or nature water paths, or nature water mage. And honestly enough, I do like this. Nature 2s, okay? They're going to be great for buffing. They're going to be swarm casters. They can be casting regeneration, things like that on your units. Of course, you have either units that take buffs really well, like like 6 dwarves to a square, or even to your giants, which is going to be very, very nice. These are going to be moss body casters. They're going to have so many nice little buffs to them. And then water is going to be designed for the self buffs and things like, not necessarily self buffs, but uh, like point buffs for your armies. And then if you do want to use these guys as thugs, um, nature too. I mean, they're gonna be able to cast like regeneration, enlarge, things like that. So that is going to be good. Of course, the water ones can do some like quickness things, so that can be helpful. And then the cross path between both of those, the water and nature one, uh, put a gem on them. There's going to be a lot of things you can do. They're going to be able to cast moss by themselves. They're going to be able to cast personal regeneration. They're going to be able to cast quickness. I mean, these are going to be some good looking thugs when you get the water nature cross paths. And of course, if you have them in armies, if you have a couple of them just casting moss body on a couple of squares, most of your army is going to get hit. So very, very cool here. And they're also holy ones, so if you do take a bless, they can also bless themselves on top of that. So these are pretty decent thugs that we have here. Good attack skill, good defense skill, decently high protection with no equipment on it. Magical resistance 14. So this is the highest magical resistance that we've seen so far. Morale 13. They do have a leadership of 80. So this is your best leader so far. A very, very nice unit here. I really do like this unit, Adventurer. Very, very nice. And then next we have the Nibbling Master Smith. So this is not necessarily our 500 gold mage. This is a lot cheaper, 165 gold. I do like this. You're going to make one a turn. Protection 10, magical resistance 15, morale 14. You get a fire, earth, death, mage that can also random fire, earth, death, and then possibly a air 1. They do have Master Smith. They have a resource bonus. They have a shape changer. So very, very cool. And of course, with the fire death cross pass, of course you can make the skull, flaming skull, or whatever it is. That is a fire booster. And of course, with those boosters, or maybe a random on your other mages, you're able to make a flame helmet. So you can be a pretty powerful fire nation, of course. And of course, you're gonna have earth boots. I mean, you can definitely get up to earth 4 or so. And then death, you have relatively high death as well. So in these paths that you are going to have everything but air, you're going to have kind of very high paths. And the same that could be said definitely for nature and water. Because, okay, nature 2 is going to make you a thistle mace, pushing you up to nature 3. Any water ones, not necessarily, but once you get up to construction 6, you're going to make a water bracelet. So your water 2s become water 3s. With a water 3, you can make a robe. With that, you can cast Sea King. That will give you a water 3 with the robe and the bracelet. You can have him a water 5. That's a very powerful water mage. And you can also go through things like that with nature as well. Just kind of getting yourself higher and higher. I think at that point you would use you'd use a water nature random that you got to put the robe and the water bracelet on, and then that will let you summon naiads. Where are the naiads? They're somewhere. Do we not have them? What do we have? Am I just missing something here? Yeah, naiads. Contact naiads. So that would boost you up to a water 3, and you would have that nature random as well, because it was originally a water 1, nature 1. And then this mage here will give you a water 3, nature 3, if I'm not mistaken. And then from there, of course, you can contact. You do have few interesting spells we have here. We'll try to look at that. From there you can do Sea King's Court, and once you do get to Conjuration 7, you can awaken Ivy King. And to give you chassis that don't have homesickness. So we have Awakened Draugr, Jotun Draugr, arms. So these are huge wolves. These are like undead. It's like undead humans. It's like undead giants here. Sloth of bears. I don't know what this is. Craven fowl. Binds him surface. Dark boar. Glowing eyes. Sharp razor bristles on his back. Cool. I do like these summons we have here. And we have Valkyries as well. But I feel like this is going to be very tough for you to get here. Air 3, you might have to be taking that on your god if you want these Valkyries. But number of effects 7. But this is inside of a battle. Summons a group of Valkyries to aid you in a battle. Valkyries are a female Vanir, fully illusion, god, Mr. Death, just powered flight. They come cool. But yeah, you might have to like even then, I wouldn't want to take my god and then start throwing my god into battles. But you do have the spell Summon Dwarf of 4 Directions here. If anyone is not familiar with this, this is a spell that I think Vanheim has. I think it's Vanheim, or maybe it's Helheim. I don't remember. So there are 4 of these guys, 4 of these dwarfs here, and you cast this spell 4 times, increasing chance of hurricanes and devastating provinces for each dwarf summoned. So there's 4 altogether. If all 4 dwarves are summoned, the world is cast into darkness, and a perpetual storm will cover the world. Killing a dwarf will return it to the task of holding up the sky. So they're kind of keeping the sky in place, and the more that you summon, the more they're not going to be doing their jobs. So once you get that last one up, you're going to go into darkness, which most of your units don't care about because they have night vision. Usually at this point you probably set yourself up to kind of win from here. And you also have perpetual storm up as well. And this is utter dark and perpetual storm in one singular global here. And they can't actually, I mean, it's not even a global. They won't be able to actually bring this down either. They have to kill a dwarf to actually bring it down. I believe these guys sneak, or you can sneak them. You can always hide these guys. And at that point, they might have to wish for a dwarf to die. Even then, you can kind of get them ready and safe for that. But yeah, it'd be very, very difficult for any players to stop this darkness and perpetual storm, because it's not going to be global they can dispel. I don't think it shows up on the global board at all. It just happens until one of them dies. Just going to take a quick look and see if we have any other spells. I figured we'd have some conjuration. We have equip Niblung Thanes here. The forges, armor 6, the most trusted, retainers, heavy magical armors, and wield enchanted morning stars. Okay, so we'll have to try making some of these. Crush on. Cool. Yeah, we'll have to. Earth 3, 30 gems. Cool. I like that. Enchanted hanging tree. Caster enchants a tree to hold souls that are dying from time after death, allowing them to gain knowledge and whispers for the future. Occasionally begin to move, according. Times protecting flocks of birds which feed on the corpses. Whoa. Cool. Thaumaturgy. Don't see anything. Blood. I don't think we have any. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish actually looking. Did we look through? I think we did. Yeah, we did look through. We were looking through this fight and we finished up. So now let's go ahead and go to the battle map. And let's just play around for a few turns here. I like the Huskarls. 165 gold. I suppose... I guess these guys are going to be your researchers as well. These Jotun adventurers here. I mean, you could go the Master Smiths, but tough call. I do want to Master Smith to see what they turn into. So let's go ahead and end the turn. So we do have a air random here. Cool. Let's change the state. Let's see what they look like. Okay. So they're called lindworms. A huge scaly reptile. Both their claws and the bite are highly poisonous. 39 hit points. Map move of 6, so they're very slow. Protection of 10. They keep only one path, so they're Earth 1. that have fire resistance, dark vision. They are old. Have a little bit of leadership, very low defense skill. They have a poison claw dealing a very high poison damage here. Venomous fangs, flame burst. Wonder how that ability there works. Very interesting. Change shape. And I do want to enter. I just want to enter the site. I want to see what we can get. What do I want to search? Let's go level 3. Whenever we do have time. What would we want? I mean, honestly, this would be a great starting position for us because we don't have any astral, and this will automatically give us access to astral in our cap circle. Let's just fight these militias first. Okay, so we have a lot of spearmen units here. Fire. Fire. Cast spells. Let's just take 88 first. So we should be seeing what we actually start getting from this site here. We did great on that battle. We got 4 blood studies from event, very interesting. So we entered the site. Did we entered it? I wonder if we have to send an adventurer in. Let's buy an adventurer and try. Enter to hunt for treasures and fame. We'll just set you to research right now. Nice. Gotta be careful. Alright, let's end the turn. So we do lose 4 here. See how well their javelins are doing. Should do fairly well. Yeah, lots of damage being dealt. Yeah. There we go. I do love the way these units look as well, guys. Very, very nice units. We lost the province because we didn't put PD in it. Good job. Good job. That's what I get for not really paying attention while expanding. So let's go ahead and try entering a site here. So we'll show off these Draugr units here as well if we can get up to Conj 4. We already have the enchanting tree, so if we get a random for death, we're going to summon it. So let's go ahead and end the turn. I just want to be able to look at some of these units we have here. I feel like these Huskarls expand very well. We've entered the site again, so I don't know. Wonder if we have to pay the money first. I don't know. I'll definitely have to ask Sturm about that. So we did get a death too, so let's cast the hanging tree. I just want to look at it. So we're just going to leave him on inner sight and we're going to see just what happens. And let's end the turn. Cast it. So we have a new famous hero. Now this came from, so I guess he's gaining experience. Okay, so it does take him like a turn because he just has a heroic ability, has 2 experience points, and now he has a limp here. So what did he come back with? Sort of swiped from a trap and hit. Sort of swiped down, tried to hit it. Okay. This girl's doing a great job expanding. You were attacked by a shadow soldier. Ooh. Okay. Keep going. Ooh, I love this sprite here. This is a very, very nice sprite. Love the tree. I love all the hanging corpses. I love the Blackhawks. So you get 3d6 Blackhawks. And this is also a monster summoner that has 17 research. Wow, okay. I like where this is going. This is a very nice unit we have here. So maybe this is going to be your researcher, honestly. How many gems did he cost? Cast spell. Only 10 gems? Okay. We get 2 per turn. I like this. I really like this summon that we have. I really like this. Windy tree, long nights. Here. This is one of my favorite parts so far. I really like the Jotun units. I like the dwarves. I really like the arbalists, but I don't know. I really like this tree on a just a 10 gem summon. So I don't know what it's going to be giving us, but we'll find out here shortly. I'll probably go back. I don't want to lose them all. So what else can we do here? What was our research at? 84 already? Turn 6? Pretty good. Of course, we're not really focusing on expansion, but has entered a crossbow bolt, shot out of a trap, and hit him. He found a magical item. So he still has a limp. It's affliction resistant. And he has fateful here. So he has a sword that gives him luck and affliction resistance. Cool. He's got more experience. Very nice. Very nice. Cool. I like where this is going. I don't know. Possibly, I don't know how often. So we have found treasure. We have found fame. Okay, so this is like insight giving you experience. I gave him heroic ability, gave him iron will, and we have also found this 10 gem item so far. Cool, cool. Let's keep going. Let's just see. Did we get any? I wonder what it takes to get. I wonder what the monster summoner here is. Corpses that fall from that they start to move around on their own accord. So I guess we get undead. I wonder if we have to take like death or something. Huh. Cool. Maybe I'll just. Oh no, we have got them. We have got them. It just didn't come on as chassis. Okay. I was looking. I was like, where the fuck are they? So we've got 4 skeletons so far. So this does summon long dead. Very cool. I like it. Let's make some more of them. Let's make. Let's make a few arbalists. Okay, just to get a mixture here, just to see them in battle, of course. Event has happened, so we got +7 gems. He entered the site, so we didn't get nothing that turn. So here's a water nature one. Let's just actually let's do something like this. Fire. Okay, so let's see what we have going on here with that. Just trying to get, just showing off some units. I might not show off these chaff units here, but I do want to show these off, of course. What was our research looking at? So, Conjuration 4, so we'll have some more summons next turn. And Construction 4. I want to get Earth Boots so we can cast the Earth 3 spell. Or, yeah, Earth 3 spell. So he entered the site and he got cursed, but he found 8 gold. Okay. Cool. Like a reflection here we found. So we took 14 losses here, but we did take out 42 barbarians. So actually, honestly enough, I feel that would have been a tough fight anyway for us, especially with just the Huskarls here. So I'm not sad that we lost 10. I'm actually very surprised that we only lost 10. Actually, I do want to watch this battle. I want to watch this one here. Just love all these Huskarls. I really like their shields, just the way the style they look. I like the way these giants look here. Little dwarfs falling behind. So combat speed 5 versus the combat speed of 12. This is something you'll have to keep in mind here, and I didn't notice before while looking at the unit screen, but this is why you, of course, practice, play games, shit like that. I like these little guys. But the dwarves are very, very slow from looks at compared to the giants here. So you have to be very, very careful. Because if you keep them in the same group, they're definitely not going to be staying together because the giants are moving twice as fast as the dwarves are. I mean, humans are at combat speed of 10, where giants are combat speed 12, and you can fit one human to a square with a giant. So possibly that might be more going along with their style, and I like that the dwarf shield matches the human shields. They're just smaller. If you notice that there. But you see, I mean, now that we have a few dwarves in the same squares as the giants moving through here and there, but then you have like one human with a square here. And these Arbalest guys, I'm telling you, I just love the way these Arbalest look. Little tripods. We lost 10 Huskarls. Let's just keep going. So how much more have we got? So it looks like you get around 4 undead a turn from these trees. That's okay. I mean, I'm glad they give you research. I mean, as far as reanimation goes, it gives you more reanimation than a Holy 1. This is more like a Holy 2 reanimator at this point, because they're getting around 4 to 5-ish, I guess, I assume. Because a Holy 1 will only give you 3, maybe 4, so it's kind of like in between a Holy 1 and a Holy 2. But you are also not wasting time on reanimating. You are always have this guy set to research. And he does have some units that go along with him. I mean, 18 protection and 35 hit points. I mean, he's going to be sitting around for a little while. Not too bad. I know he won't be doing much hitting back, but that's okay. But yeah, very interesting. Of course, you do have units here that are able to take undead. Of course, these mages, that random death, things like that. Are we still waiting? So construction 4 is next turn. Cool. We were 1 off. Yeah, wow, 1 research point off. And we'll start doing, I'll show you some stuff that we can do. Now, what are the requirements of this spell in construction here? Earth gems 30, so you get 5. Summons a Thane. Extra effect, a captain. Tainers, Thanes. Starts to destroy warriors and fashion are costly. The Thanes are expected to crush all the most stubborn. Okay, I mean, this is definitely, I do want to see it though. We're very close. Still in year 1. So next turn, we'll also summon another tree. Deadly cold hit him when entered a magic site. He found 44 pounds of gold. So he found 44 extra gold this turn. Cool. I mean, I don't mind sending this guy into enter a site. I know he could be used as researching at the moment, but honestly, I'd rather have him just doing the site thing because I like it and I think it's kind of cool. Cast. I want. We gotta make these guys too. So let's just look at them. Let's just Oh, we got a lot. We don't have enough gems though for all this shit. Okay. So, looks like we'll have to wait a few turns for that. And we have to wait another 2 turns anyway. No, we'll have to wait more than that because we have to make the earth boots. So let's make the earth boots. At this point, you know, I'm not really doing too much with expansion. I'm just kind of moving here and there so we can watch some battles, of course. We only got 2 that turn. Yeah, so I guess it's not always 4. That's unfortunate. Because that was actually getting kind of nice. I was liking that. Do like these guys can hold 3 separate squads. The Zots are gonna hurt. Especially in darkness. Probably go fight that wolf tribe. Not wolf tribe, that lion tribe. You guys can go pick some guys up. Let's just make some more Huskarls. So we have the earth boots being made. Okay, entering site still. Cool. And we do have to get to 3,000 gold as well. Only lost 5 Huskarls. Nice. Got 9 earth and 4 air. He was hit by a flame. Whoa. Okay. So he was hit by a huge burst of flame. It hit him. When he touched the loose stone, he found a worth of 2,426 pounds of gold. What? A deadly cold hit him when he entered a magic area. He died before he managed to... Oh my god. Oh, shit. If only he brought that gold back. So I guess there are, I mean, still possibilities of things like that happening. So, I mean, I would run the chance of randomly getting 2,400 gold a turn. I mean, I would put up for that chance. And I don't know if luck scales help with that or not. So, not sure if those play a factor in it. But we will be alchemizing some gems here to cast the... Where's it at? Equip Nibbling Thanes. Also, let's go ahead and cast... Do we want the dark boars? I guess we can make the dark boars. Actually, we're gonna need some in that spear squad. I don't want them having any morale problems. Just fight the cavemen, I guess. Well, actually, go fight the wolf tribe. So, good to go, good to go. Alrighty, turn 11. It doesn't necessarily matter what turn we're on, since we're not really trying our best to expand at the moment. We're just trying to get enough gold, trying to show things off here. Good expansion, didn't take any losses. Good expansion, we didn't take any losses. Very small. Just some arbalists, warriors, and axemen. I took 8 losses there, but that was a triple expand there. Not bad. Oh, that's heavy calf. Or heavy calf like have barbs. Okay. We're a 6 PD down. We are very, very close to our 3,000 gold event. So let's see what we actually got. So here's our Thane. 26 protection. Holy crap. We have enchanted Morning Star that has a break armor stat ability to it here. Armor negating, strength and will are not added. So this is extra effect on damage here, but he does have 2 attack versus a shield. So yeah, 15 attack versus shield, or is that Maybe 17. I don't know if that's counted there or not, but his regular attack is 11, so maybe 13 versus shield. Either way, that break armor is going to be nice. So 13 defense skill, encumbrance 9, so he might get tired out. Keep that in mind, but this is a 26 protection unit here. Enchanted full plate, tower shield. Cool. Let's see what kind of units he has. Oh, okay, so they are him, just not in the commander form. So they're 26 protection units. Size 1, 26 protection. But you only get 5. But I will say, his 5 on a guard commander, I mean, that's one square. That's one square right there. One singular square. I don't know, I just want to throw him against something just to see. Let's do the birds. Let's hold, because I know they'll come to him and then attack. Just to see, just curious here. Research. You get back this turn. Okay, so what else? We got the draw. No, we got the pigs this turn. Ooh, very interesting. Are these? I don't remember if these are for a different nation or not. But they're very they look like they've been for a different nation. So they are sacred units. Very cool. But you don't have sacreds otherwise. But I guess if you want to use these guys, you could. Fire resistance 25. They're all gonna have heat 3. They all have trample. They're size 3 though, so they're only gonna be trampling size 2s. They're stealthy. Interesting stealthy raiders. They have dark vision of 100, but they are animals, so they're gonna drop off in the late game. They have a poisonous gore attack here, so dealing poison damage is pretty good. Armor negating. 8 protection, but they have 28 hit points. Map move of 20, so they can move far. Wow, okay, and we have, how many did we get of these? We got 9 of these for cast for 13. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I feel like you can really throw people off with that heat 3 sacred that you're going to have. But yeah, those are actually pretty cool. Those are pretty. I like those. Next, let's see what's going on next. What else do we want to get up to 3,000 gold? We have someone yeah, okay, so we do have someone entering a site. So he took out all the long dead, good. Province income 20, good. Found 15 gold, good. So he got a hero ability. Fast casting ability. I mean, yeah, that is good. He is a mage. And he gained 1 pip of experience. Cool, very cool. So let's go ahead and turn. I do want to see the bribe. I want to see the kind of dragons we get. What? Gateway into Inferno. Is he fucking gone? Shit. So he's gone. I think he might come back. I don't know. Okay, so we did win that battle. Let's go. Okay, you guys did good. Caves of Madness. Let's watch that one. So this is what we have here. This is it. Decent amount. But these guys, they're not gonna be able to do shit against this 26 protection. I'll tell you, 1 square. I mean, they do have 15 damage attacks, being blunt and slash, but still, I mean, look, they can't do nothing against us here. Skeletons, joke. Kind of slow once you get a limp or something. No. Wow, and they routed. Cool, that was a very, very easy battle for us. Okay, so it says he entered a one-way gate to Inferno. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely not coming back. I wonder if they can take on these deer tribe. I'm gonna just try, but I have my doubts that they can, but we will try. actually. Probably a bad idea. Uh, let's see, what else can we do? We need to get more Death Gems to show off the rest of some of these summons we have. Next turn we can cast Draugr, I believe. Oh, these are the 1 square guys. Against a lot of these. Okay. These were 30 gems, so we're gonna try to get our money's worth out of them. Yeah, these arrows are a joke. Ooh, that barb might be able to do some damage. Okay, never mind, he's gone. Yeah, they can't do shit, these guys. Ooh, he got a... He's weakened. It's -4 strength. He's still doing 15 damage. We're starting to get vetted up a little bit through experience. Ooh, and they're going on the attack. They said, we're tired of their shit, and we're getting you out of here. Huh, love it. Oh, we lost a few Huskarls here, and we lost one of our guys. But see, I didn't know about this one because we are fighting size 3 units, so our guys can't trample. This is being fought in a cave, so we were taking penalties. So wasn't too excited about that one. Both of these here are pretty good fights for us. Didn't know there were dark vines there, but glad we took care of it. Took a dozen crossbow bolt shot out of a trap to hit him. Died before he made. Oh my god. So we're just getting some really bad luck. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll keep sending them in just to show off. That was pretty good. We'll send you back home. But you did get an 80 gold side and a 100 gold province here. Just kind of throwing some in. I'll just send you back home. Not worth wasting you. What else can we cast? Let's summon the Draugr. Just to look at him. Good. Glad you won. Lightless Lantern gained. Nice. Magic Sight found. Good. Oh my goodness. Never mind. This is bad, guys. We can just keep losing so many here. We do not have good adventurers. Let's see. So we did get these Draugrs here. So these have a chill ore of 3. Very interesting. I do like that you have heat ore and you have chill ore units here. Undead, they have fear. Fear 5, 30 hit points apiece. But you do only get 3 of them for 12. So these are 4 gems apiece here. But I guess depending on whether you're fighting in cold 3 or not, it might definitely help out. Might be very good to use with your giants in combination because they'll be able to fit into a square with your giants, as giants have cold resistance 15, so they won't be frozen. They do have spirit sight. They have a 20 damage broadsword attack. Cool. But I do want to check out those giant units. Jotun Draugrs. Do another one just for keep safe. So let's see. Nope, I want you to cast Awaken Jotun Draugr. Let's go to Commander. Oh fuck. So of course we've already. It looks like we've already did our little event thing. So it looks like as soon as you hit that 3,000 gold, it will automatically trigger, or will trigger that turn, since we didn't actually say, okay, we'll bribe them or something along those lines. Goodness, we definitely went probably too far. So we get 3 here as well. So it's 3 for 15. So was it 3 for 15? Hold on. Is it 3? It is 3 for 15. Okay. 70 hit points. Very, very high hit point pool for these guys. Strength of 23, map move 18. Protection of 15. Defense skill. Okay, they have fear. And they have a chill 3 aura. They hit for 29 with a broadsword. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. We've made so many. See how many of these skeletons. We have 28 here. 37 altogether. So it looks like you're definitely going to be wanting a very high death income for this nation. For summons, for units that you may summon, from commanders you may summon, like these trees. I'm telling you, I really like these trees here. Extra research. They give you extra chaff. So all very, very good things for you. And we had our event here, so let's actually make some of these units. We can actually make quite a few of these glaives here. We don't actually have a sacred though, so keep that in mind. I mean, you do have sacred mages, but you don't have a sacred. Regardless, you do have that boar that you can summon that is sacred through death gems. Don't know if you want to rely on take a heavy bless for that. I highly doubt it, but they do. I mean, if you take any bless, they will be added on to that. You know, you can use them for that bless. We haven't made one yet. It takes 2 turns. Okay, I want to see what they turn into. I want to look at the where are you at? There we go. Okay, so change shape. 165 hit points. Tail sweep, poison claw, venomous fangs, dragon fire. Very cool. I like the model here. Don't know how much you want to use it, because I'd rather bring to battle the Fire 2, Earth 2, Death 2, Air 1. But I do see them coming occasions where you might want just a big creature that has a large fear aura on it. Because, I mean, it can give some good buffs. Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Skeletal Body, Fire Shield, certain things like that, and you will be good to go. You could definitely use these guys to raid, but they are rather expensive though, so keep that in mind. You can also make rings of regen with your nature randoms as well. So guys, those are my ideas. This is the nation Niblungheim. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely I'll try to do some more mod overviews. This one was a pretty fun one. I do really like the Norse style units, and so I was really looking forward to doing this when it was sent to me. I've just been rather busy lately. It was sent to me last week, and I've just now been able to get to it. Just been having a lot of stuff going on. And I have actually some other mod overviews that I have piled up. I have games I've had piled up. I got a lot of shit on the backtrack, or back in saved up that I need to download to YouTube. I need to just put on YouTube and schedule for them for later. I have a lot of videos I need to do for that. So guys, hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Before I say bye, actually, check out this nation. Go around, see if you can find it. If you don't, Sturm a message, or just look it up. Look up Niblungheim Dominions 5 mod, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it, okay? And try it out. Play it in single-player games. Play it, I don't know, a little bit difficult to say that you want to play it in a multiplayer game. I'm sure somebody would let you, but that will be just adding one mod nation is kind of different than adding a whole pack of mod nations. But other than that, guys, for real, check this out. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll see you, and have a good one. Bye.